going down. It's going down, 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 down. It's going
This is not a bodega, and it is not McDonald's. You ain't got a menu to look at here. You know it's about psychic energy. That's all it's about here. Ain't no guesswork. Can I get you can get a foot up your ass, what you can get. Don't call here with this foolishness here. Good evening. Hi. Ladies and gentlemen, a little on time here. I said I was gonna help 4 people here. I ain't helped but 2. What a damn shame it's been. Good evening.
Good evening.
Go on somewhere. Good evening. My Lord. Good evening.
Hello?
Yes, honey.
Thank you for my...
Whew, Lord have mercy. Good evening.
Fuck you.
Yes, another one of them fools. Another one of them fools. It's very creative, my friend, very creative.
Yes. Hey, everybody. That is the MCU's Bleeding Edge, the only MCU Marvel fandom YouTube channel podcast that starts off with ghetto, delusional, psychic readings. I was going to have that guy co-host the show, but unfortunately I could not handle his fee, what he wanted to charge me to, be on the show. He's in demand, obviously. Very popular. So anyways, some people who are obviously much more popular than Miss Cleo's cousin over there. William, the host of the Geek Gauntlet Podcast with GNN, is back. What up, William?
How you doing, man? Thanks for having me back.
Brother, it is always great to have you back. It's nice to see you, man.
Thank you.
And
good to be here.
My brother from another mother, Andrew from damn GNN2, staff writer extraordinaire, is back.
Thanks for having me back, Jeff. Appreciate it.
What up, man? What up?
It's always an interesting time. So thanks.
Are you feeling good? Man?
I'm tired. I'm a little tired. I had a long day, so I'm a little tired, but I'm good. I'm here.
Man. Oh, so what's that mean? We're gonna get the low energy version of Andrew tonight?
I make no guarantees. I'll do my best.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. The only advice I can give you is just don't tell chicks that right before it's bedroom time, because that don't work very well. Anyways, Gunnar, making a second appearance on the Bleeding Edge. My man. What up, Gunnar?
Not much, man. How you doing?
Shit, man. What, are you kidding me?
You're supposed to hang up on me when I say, hi, how you doing?
Dude, I've been awake for 3 days straight, man. I'm great. I'm loving it.
Awesome.
I'm telling you, man. It's awesome. I'm enjoying it. I feel good.
How do you not have a headache?
I don't have a headache, but I've got that. I've been awake for 72 hours straight, like weariness and soreness that you get in your body, that fatigue from like not sleeping and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
I feel pretty beat up, but you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good. It's all good, baby. So MCU's Bleeding Edge special edition MCU news roundtable discussion with some fine gentlemen who love their Marvel, as long as it's not Hawkeye. And we all like to handle our business. We grind it out, and we're going to put together a hopefully entertaining, humorous, informative, positive show tonight. So I just really quick want to shout out Geek News Now Network. Shout out David, Damon, Kat, Janae, Shaw, everybody. Shout out GNN, Chris, Debbie, Cam. Y'all are good people, man. Minds of Creativity Network. Jay, my brother, going to be hearing that name a lot in like the next 6 months to the next year. So be prepared, people. Going to be some interesting shit going down over at the Minds of Creativity Network, which we are a part of. Thank you to all our subscribers. Please like the video, ring the bell, follow the podcast, and that's it. Let's get after it. So, right off the bat, let's get this Hawkeye episode 6 promo, teaser, trailer, whatever you want to call it. Let's get it out of the way, and then we'll watch it. We'll react to it.
Kate, it's time. I just want to know you're ready.
I'm ready.
This Wednesday, the Marvel Universe is about to get a lot bigger.
There's someone at the top. He's the guy I've been worried about this whole time.
No way.
Marvel Studios' Hawkeye season finale streaming this Wednesday only on Disney Plus.
Damn, those things are so quick. It's like you almost got to watch them 2 or 3 times just to like really get an idea of what went down. But so basically, I'll tell you what. I am not disappointed with the Hawkeye series at all. At all. I'm telling you right now. Maybe I'm biased. I love Hawkeye, original 6 Avenger, love Jeremy Renner, great actor, good man. You know, but at the end of the day, there are some people out there that are hating on Hawkeye, the series, that they think it's not all that great. And I think they're wrong, bottom line. So before we get into the teaser, Andrew, your thoughts on Hawkeye. Are you positive? Are you in the middle? Does it suck? Where are you at?
I'm kind of got around a 7 out of 10. I've enjoyed I feel like each consecutive episode of Hawkeye is better than the one that precedes it.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I don't know. I feel like for the most part, there's not that much happening. There's not a lot of the story feels like it's moving at a snail's pace. Like there's only like 6 episodes total. But I'm liking the interactions, all the stuff we get, like when we have Yelena with Kate, and they're having like the quote girls' night out kind of thing, like that conversation. It's really nice. When we have the moments with just Hawkeye and Kate, and kind of just like, you know, he's kind of like showing her the ropes, and she's kind of like showing him like some compassion and like don't treat me like just a kid kind of stuff. Like I like the interactions and the relationships, but I feel like the story is very slow. But for the most part, yeah, I like it. I like it.
William, same question.
Y'all know I ain't feeling it. But then again, I was speaking with Kat on the Geek Gauntlet last week, and Kat said I should be looking at it from a new perspective. Rather than looking at it as Hawkeye, you really need to look at it as Kate's origin story. And when you go back and you do that, it's been all right. It's been all right. So if you take the focus off of Hawkeye, put it more on Kate, because it's 60-40. It's 60% her, 40% Hawkeye. The series is a little bit more enjoyable, but I agree with Andrew. It's moving at a snail's pace, and it needs to really quicken. Now we got Yelena. Now you see Kingpin in this, and we're going to episode 5?
Going to the 6.
Going to 6.
Where's the last one? Yeah.
Well, why is everything crescended at 6? I mean, it's like you're gonna get one big send off, and that's it. I mean, maybe there's no season 2 planned, but yeah, it's moving at a snail's pace. It needs to get there. It needs to hit home, and it's just been blah blah for me. A couple of good moments. You saw you saw the Pym arrow, but for the most part, it has some good moments, but it's just blah.
Gunnar, you think we'll get a season 2?
No, I don't think they plan on. I was surprised when they announced Loki season 2.
Me too.
I just think that these are going to be these small kind of one-off events, and then we'll see Kate Bishop whenever they do a Young Avengers, or maybe her and Yelena team up. But I don't see a second season.
Okay.
What was the premise of it?
But the other question now, what's your take on the overall series? Where are you at with it? Are you lukewarm? Are you high on it?
This might be my favorite Disney Plus series so far. For sure.
Hey, how about that?
I'm enjoying. I mean, I love it's different. It's not Falcon and Winter Soldier, which was great, where there were all these great action scenes. Like, what makes this show great is the interaction. Kate and Clint, and then Kate and Yelena this week were great. I love grills. I mean, how do you not love the LARPer? They played a song from the Star Wars Christmas album in this series. How could you not love the crap out of that?
Well, I do want to let the audience know that I am changing up my alcoholic beverage this evening. I am actually trying out margarita wine blend. It's wine mixed with margarita, I guess. Pretty good. I'm enjoying it so far. Tastes good. Not quite as stout as that cheap, malt liquor shit I usually drink on here, but it's all good. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just interject real quick and throw in that if I had to rate this series right now before seeing episode 6, I'd give it a 6 or a 6.5.
5 for me.
I give it a 6. And then if what's her name? If Echo would make some more dirty faces and dirty looks and shit, like that, I could give it a 6.5.
She's got a whole series to give, tons of dirty faces coming up.
Well, we've only gotten 17,000 different scowls so far. So, I mean,
I will give it if I had to score it, it'd be a 5 for me, because like I said, it's had its moments, but for the most part, like I said, it's been blah.
Well, listen, I would have given it a 7.5 if when Echo's dad died, if instead of reaching up for her face to touch her or whatever, he reached out and grabbed her titty. That would have been dope.
See, this show has so many homages to that Matt Fraction comic. And that's what I love most about it. I mean, that car chase scene were like ripped from the panels of that comic, and the whole Lucky the Pizza Dog. I mean, there's just so much good stuff. How do you not love the tracksuits? They're talking about they're going over the greatest suit wearers of all time. Tony Soprano, Ron DeSantis. I laughed. I actually got up at 2 a.m. to watch this, and I was laughing so hard.
Gunnar, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute. We've been talking on the podcast of Champions, a good friend of the Bleeding Edge, lately on Saturdays about this whole thing with the tracksuit mafia, and like we're all tired of it.
I love it. I hope they fight the LARPers in the finale. Like that would be great.
And then what? The LARPers beat their ass, and like what? We're supposed to laugh at it? Like
that would be great, bro. Come on, bro.
I will say I'm happy that somebody is enjoying this series.
And William, I hear exactly what you're saying. I get it. Yeah, this is not fast pace, but I like the change. Like WandaVision, I felt was not like a typical, like I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier was a typical Marvel movie. Everything about it had the humor, had the action, had the story. I really liked it. I think this is just something a little different where it's not your big action. It's not your typical Marvel thing. And I think that's why and it's only 6 episodes. So I feel like, yeah, I do. I feel you where you say that, nothing really has happened. But I think it's the little things that make this like when
it's like a bad anime OVA. it's like just a bad, like a 6-episode OVA. It's just to me, it's just bad, kind of like Mo Diver back in the day, a bad anime OVA. And again, this had its moments to me. It had some good moments, but for the most part, no. And I also think an issue with this show was the timing of things. You could have had a little bit better timing when introducing characters on this show too. Again, I agree with you. I don't think it's going to be a season 2. I think this is just pretty much let's throw this out, see how it works out, show Hawkeye some love, and move on to Doctor Strange.
Well, I want to throw it out there right now that as far as Kate Bishop goes, it's a good damn thing that I'm not throwing a tracksuit on and joining the tracksuit mafia, because if I was in that bitch with my tracksuit on and whatnot, dude, and I tangled with her, bro, I'm sorry, but I would rock her ass, dude. I would jack her up so quick with one punch, she'd be done. There wouldn't be no.
And Kate is what I have to look at, because like Kat told me, in order to get any value at this series at all, it's pretty much a story about her. Hawkeye's just there to move the story along, but the series seems to be more, it seems more about her. So when you look at it from that perspective, you get value from it. But when you look at it, to me, from Hawkeye's point of view, same stuff.
She needs a second season, bro, to train with Hawkeye more or whatever. Because I'm telling you, dude, my read on her during the series is bro, if I fought her 1-on-1, dude, I would hurt her, bro. I would fuck her up.
You will you'll probably see more of her training and things like that in Young Avengers.
If she's gonna be in the Young Avengers at her
level,
then I should be on the Avengers.
Well, I felt the same way about Black Widow. I thought it was secretly a Yelena story more than.
That's an interesting viewpoint.
Natasha.
That's an interesting viewpoint. Ooh,
I do think Yelena was the best part of Black Widow, in my opinion.
She was.
I want to be clear. Yelena would probably jack me up if I tried. To mess with her.
Well, being a Scarlett Johansson fan, I would still say that Scarlett is awesome. But I get where you going. I get where you're going with that, and it's another way to look at it too.
Jeff, what's up, man?
What's up? Sorry, I'm late.
You're good. Jeff? You're good. You're good. Everybody, y'all know Jeff, right? Except Gunnar.
Hey, what's up? I had to eat my Applebee's. There's no way I could turn down Applebee's.
We all know. We're good, man.
I got pizza coming, so I'll feel you.
Yeah,
you
man.
That 2 for $25.
That 2 for $24.
Jeff.
Sir.
We've got Gunnar here. You haven't met him yet. He's up in the top left-hand corner. Gunnar, this is Jeff.
What's up, Jeff?
What's up? Nice to meet you. Yep. Everybody else I've met, I think.
Yep.
At least once.
At least one time.
Or more.
Yeah, most definitely.
Your all's already seen Spider-Man.
We're not talking about Spider-Man. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But I
haven't seen it yet, so
I want to get back to what Gunnar said, because that was kind of interesting. You just can't pop that out and don't explain it. You just can't say something like that and not explain it, man.
Well, I think what I said, Jeff, was that I felt like Black Widow was more of a Yelena story, kind of disguised as a Natasha story, which is kind of what this is with Kate Bishop.
You really, honestly, I disagree with you on that. I did not get a vibe from Black Widow that it was a vehicle for Yelena Belova. I didn't get that vibe.
They were setting her up because she's the future,
Yeah, but you know what? You can set her up and still have the tone and the core of the film be revolved around Natasha, and I think it did.
Plus,
I agree with Jeff.
It accomplished both of them, I think.
All of the impactful moments in the film, all of the powerful moments in the film, all of the emotionally powerful moments were all with Natasha.
Plus, I think we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see her again in that role. It might be, time jumping or dimension jumping or whatever, but I think we'll see. Or
dude, after that lawsuit that she had and whatnot and everything, unless Disney and Marvel are willing to pay her $45-50 million to come back, she's not coming back.
She's already been
she's doing something with Marvel now.
Yeah, she's already to another role with them. So
she's tied to produce something with Feige, I believe.
But there you
I'm
go.
Not sure what,
there you go. Hold on.
As a producer.
Hold on a minute. Thank you for bringing that up, Andrew. Good point. Because look, you all had to know that once she got done with Marvel, the next step for her was going to be producing, directing. That's what she was going to do.
See, I just
You
don't
know?
think she's done. I just don't think she's done with that role yet. I just don't think she is. I think she got one more in her.
You know
Nah,
what?
man.
I mean, they're
I
all
don't either.
coming back
I don't either.
eventually.
I don't either.
They'll all
I
come back.
think she'll be back.
Yeah, I think she'll be back because she's
Secret
got loose
War
ends.
still
to
always
tie-
Oh,
'cause
that
she's
one
got
kind of
loose
cheapened
ends.
her whole deal. Like the send
put
But
off
she's
her
of
got
time
loose
in.
ends to tie
Widow.
up. But she's got loose ends to tie up. 'cause
She
there's
put
plenty
her
of
time
rumors.
in. She put her time in the MCU and with that character. She's done.
You say it
Yeah.
one more time, because she's got some stuff to tie up. So
Bro,
I
she
think
made a
you'll see
lot
her
of
one
money.
more.
Does
She
she
made
have
a lot of
anything?
money.
I think you'll see her one more time because
Nah.
there's fan rumors about did she really die?
Nah.
in
They still
Endgame,
got to tell us
so-
what happened in Budapest.
Right.
What the hell happened?
We're never
Right.
going to
They
see it.
referenced
They
it
did
too
tell
much.
us that was the bombing at that one building where she
Talk about
almost
killing
killed that
her,
kid.
killing his daughter. You talk about killing what's his face's daughter. Is that what they're
Drake off.
talking about?
Break off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
is
they
that,
mentioned
is that
that was the Budapest
incident?
thing. Yeah. They mentioned it in Black Widow. Yeah.
No, but listen,
Yeah.
seriously, Scarjo, it's already been rumored. She wants, she's, I'm not saying she's done acting. She might take a break, but she's got money. She made a lot of money off Marvel Studios and Disney, and like where she's at now, like in her progression as an actress and in her life at her age, she's at a point where she wants to grow her brand and maybe like put a magazine out or some shit. You know what I mean? Or direct some movies.
I don't think it's a main role that she'll come back for, but I think she'll come back for a cameo. I think she'll be open to that.
Why would
A lot
you
of
have,
actors are a lot
Wait
of
a minute.
actors.
wait a minute?
are-
Why would you
I don't know
bring
if they
back
just
a
turned
dead
black
character
MCU.
for a cameo?
If you did her sequel, if you did that, and if you're already bringing in multidimensional or time skipping or whatnot, it goes hand in hand.
Man, I don't want to see a multiverse Natasha. I don't want to see that.
We already did in What If.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
And like I said, it's possible, man. I'm just saying. I know you guys.
I don't
want
believe
this.
that no one is like unless you're dead. If there's a reason to bring you back, they'll bring you back.
And it's comics. It's the world of comics. Is anyone really truly dead?
You don't think they would do a
Uncle Ben.
flashback
Star
story
Wars,
to like
Luke.
Black Widow
I
and
mean, is
They're
anyone
so
really
gone.
truly dead? If they want to bring you back, they'll find a way to bring you back. Gorilla Grodd supposedly died in Justice League Unlimited, but if they want to bring him back, they'll bring him back.
Jeff, go ahead. Get in here, Jeff.
I mean, you don't think they would do like a flashback, an origin story of say like Black Widow, chasing down when she first met the Winter Soldier, one of those
No.
older stories.
No.
And you don't think they would do a flashback? See, I
No.
do. I think they would take that character and spin off into origin stories.
At some point, Marvel Studios has to distance itself from some of that past. They have to. They have new characters. They're introducing new characters every couple months. They're going to have a new Avengers. They have to eventually start to put some separation.
Yeah, but some of
in
those
there.
new Avengers aren't going to sell, brother.
Exactly.
Some of those new
Exactly.
characters aren't going to take off,
Some of them gonna bomb.
just like they've bombed in the comics.
What about
I
this
mean-
guy? You think this guy can make it for the Avengers?
One of Diamond Days, a ninja teaching flicks. Honey, let me see the sign there, honey. Come on in here, Ninja. This here's my ninja. Diamond Days Ninja School. Come on down. What we're going to teach you, hold that, Lord. And what we're going to teach you in our first episode is a proper stance and a proper kung fu. And you got your Judy chop, all right? You got your karate chop, and you got your ninja chop. Now, what smart thing to do is like when you use a judo chopping, you gotta say it, for you beginners, like a Judy chop. Because what you don't want to do is like be a Judy chopping and a kung fu kicking, and there goes your leg. There ain't much home for a one-legged ninja out there. Right there, hard as a rock, buddy. Let me show you something. What happened last time, baby? Don't put it in front of your face. I don't want to hurt you. You got me? Now, what we're going to do here, we're going to work on the ninja chops. What we're going to do. You go a ninja chop. Well, now say, Now, sometimes it don't always work for a ninja, you know, but it practice makes it perfect. Don't go ninja nobody, don't need ninja, alrighty? Now, them things there, if I was put them in my pockets, they'd get me for concealment of a deadly weapons. They say you got your son fella coming at you out in the trailer park. Regular cannon you say? No, says I. Watch this, people. Yeah, we just rolling through the trailer park. What's that? What's that fella doing? Ninja start. Right there. That son fella jumps up behind a trailer on you. You know, you got to put them on out yonder like that. And you can't get him caught up in ninja outfit, you know. And like if a feller's coming at you with
Dude, that guy lived right next door to me, man.
Yo, what the hell was that weapon he pulled out there, DM? Was that a crack pipe? Like,
it looked like a damn skull can or something, didn't it?
Where did you find that?
Listen, hey, that guy that he sent that in, that is his interview tape for the Special Olympics Avengers.
That dude don't stand a prayer.
Oh,
that dude.
It's amazing something like that. That dude's probably popular as hell from that video.
Dude, that guy could beat Kate Bishop's ass.
Alpha Flight will whoop his ass. Puck will whoop his ass. Ninja chopping, man. Puck will whoop his ass. North Star beat his ass, and that's bad.
I was watching Andrew during that. Andrew just like put his head back and he's like, "Oh man,
I already saw that clip, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like another minute. Like, okay, let me rest my eyes for a bit.
I swear to God, every time I see Andrew, he always looks like he's stoned.
No, I had a really rough night.
You got those sleepy eyes. I know, man. I got you.
Nah, man, Jeff, that's just how Andrew does it, bro. He's laid back like that. He's laid back.
I was up last night playing Genshin Impact, so I feel you.
How is that game, anyways, William? I've always been interested, but I never tried it just because, like, I heard it's like one of those gotcha games, so I'm like kind of apprehensive.
I love it. It's a great game, man, and it's open.
Does it drain your wallet or no?
It can if you let it, but I haven't really been doing anything as far as pay to win with it. I'm just going through the story, trying not to spend money. It would probably be behoove me to spend money to get through the story, but you don't necessarily have to. But it's a good long story, and it's something that you can really get immersed in. I love it.
Okay. Sorry for that tangent. All right.
But hey, man, listen, until you see one of my tangents, that's a mini tangent. That's not even a tangent. Just wait till I go off, man. It gets interesting. But anyways, all right. So as far as the actual promo teaser goes and whatnot, we saw that quick like portion shot of Kingpin with the stick, with the walking stick and everything and whatnot. There wasn't much to it that really stood out to me, really. I saw that one scene, that one picture where they showed Vera Farmiga, Kate Bishop's mom, and I wanted to put it out there real quick that going back to like episode 2 and 3 on like 4 or 5 different podcasts, I said that I thought then that Vera Farmiga would end up being either the main villain of the show or like the runner-up.
You did say that. I remember that. You did say that.
Yeah. And you tell me, guys, Gunnar, what's it look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. She's one of the main.
Yeah, she one of the bad guys for real.
She's definitely sinister.
Yes, she is.
Yo, I mean, hey, honestly, look, everybody can't be perfect. Everybody can't be a saint. You know, like, I mean, you know, she lost her husband, you know, and you know, that Kingpin money is good, man.
Shout out to Michael Clark then. Michael.
Oh, I miss that Kingpin.
Shout out to you, man. I love that Kingpin.
I like that movie. I mean, it's not great, but that movie made me smile.
He's like, I was raised by the streets. He does like the whole like backing and everything.
I mean, John Favreau is Froggy Nelson.
And awesome. the thing that killed me about that movie, it was so freaking dark. You couldn't really see.
Yeah.
He was Foggy, huh? I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was.
You're
He
right.
was.
Yep.
Yep.
I forgot.
So, guys,
about that.
does anybody have anything, any thoughts, any comments off
I'm just
that
wishing.
off that teaser? Go ahead, William.
I just wish we would have got Kingpin sooner.
I don't think we're going to see much of him. I mean, I think that little clip we got might be the only thing we're going to get of him.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking, man. I mean, they're going to have to tie a lot of stuff together in this next episode.
Yep.
I mean, I read that they said it was going to be the longest episode yet.
I heard that too. It's going to be
And
the
I'm
longest one.
And I'm just thinking that there's no season 2 coming. They just put this together to see how far it will. How far?
Hold on, William. Right, just because you said that, I'm going to jump in and just say right now, I will put I'll go as high as a 7 out of 10 that we'll get a second season of Hawkeye. I'm at a 7 out of 10 on it.
No, we're going to get the Echo spinoff instead.
Yeah.
Yo, hey, I mean, Hawk original,
Which is
Sixth
cool with
Avenger,
me.
man.
Which is cool with me. I ain't got no problem with Echo.
Look,
I don't think that they'll bring Jeremy Renner back in, but I guarantee you we'll see Kate Bishop again.
Oh, heck yeah.
As Hawkeye.
no,
Yeah.
Kate Bishop
You
is
know.
she's getting groomed for multiple things.
She's
but,
going
like,
to be in a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
she's
you,
going to, I mean,
I think
she's going to
Jeremy-
be
I think-
doing quite
I
a
think-
bit.
I'm sorry, Jeff, but I think Jeremy Renner wants to stick in the MCU if he can.
Yeah. I'm just saying,
And
I think
honestly,
it may not be like what we're seeing now.
he's got the kind of
Probably
leverage.
like a Hulk role or
He's
something.
got the kind of pull with Marvel Studios. He's got the kind of fame with the fandom and whatnot to where if he wanted to like kind of put pressure on Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios to make a second season happen, he could do it.
Plus, you can put that Hawkeye character in a whole different stratosphere.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
leading. He has led so many teams.
Dude, if,
You
if,
know?
they,
West Coast
if they
Avengers.
did,
I would
if they
love
did-
a West Coast Avengers.
if they did
Give me
West
Wonder
Coast
Man.
Avengers,
Give me
yeah.
Mockingbird. Be
Mhm.
if
awesome.
they
Right.
did West Coast Avengers with Hawkeye as the leader, that would be fucking
That's what I
awesome.
was fixing to say. If she is Mockingbird, which it
That would
seems
be
like
cool.
that's pretty much what's going to happen,
That
then
would be
that opens the
cool.
door up for a lot of stuff. And I mean, I hate to even say this name because it's been said 1,000 times, but Mockingbird plays a huge role with Mephisto
Yep.
because Mephisto
Facts.
killed Mockingbird.
Facts.
And
Yeah.
originally, if I remember, that's how Ronan became Ronan.
Jeff, Clint's wife is not Mockingbird.
Well, I think that
No,
watch,
yeah.
I still think that watch belongs to Matt Murdock. I may be wrong.
Well,
I wouldn't be.
the
I
only
wouldn't be
Mockingbird I
surprised.
know we've had is the one from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if she's still canon. The
Yeah.
Adrian
Yeah,
Palicki?
Right.
I can't remember her
Yeah,
name.
Adrian
but-
No.
Yeah. The
it wouldn't
fired Wonder
surprise
Woman.
me if Clint's wife maybe was a SHIELD agent of some kind, like a desk agent, an intel.
I just
agent
think
or
it's
something like
because
that.
she's been married to a SHIELD agent for so long. You know, she knows the deal.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's an interesting wrinkle. Andrew, you have any thoughts on that teaser, that promo?
Not really. I'm curious to see how they end up in Rockefeller Plaza or like the skating rink, which looks clearly it's gonna be Rockefeller, and they even mentioned it like in when Yelena is talking to Kate Bishop about like oh, what sites and like places do you recommend? She recommends like, oh, Rockefeller Plaza. So I'm like, okay, they're clearly like teasing like that's gonna be like kind of like the showdown of the show.
That's probably going to be
I'm
at
curious to see-
the Christmas party. Her mom's.
Oh yeah.
Christmas party.
'Cause you saw him in the
But it
feature.
looks like
right.
it looks like Plaza though, because it's outdoors at night and you see like the skating rink. So I'm
Yeah,
wondering, is
I
that
mean, maybe
near
that's
that
where the
building?
party.
Is it that
Maybe
building?
that'll be their Nakamura Plaza, like in Die Hard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, shout out to
Yeah,
Bruce
maybe.
Willis.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I just want more Jack Duquesne
I
or Jacques
feel you.
Duquesne.
Yes.
He is great.
I
Like
wanna see him at
when
full
she's interrogating
swordsman
him,
mode.
he's just like, "Thanks for
Mhm.
saving the world." Like every time he's on, I love it. I hope he's just that aloof. That I don't think he is.
He
the
plays that
CEO
role
of
perfect.
Unlimited.
doesn't
I
he?
think
He does
she
it
set him
perfectly.
up.
Yeah.
He does it
So
perfect.
No way he stays arrested. No way he stays arrested.
he's great. I love him. I want more of him.
That mustache.
I'm the best mustache in the MCU.
Stash, man.
Big
Best
head
stash
General
ever. That's
Ross.
the best stash ever.
He needs to twirl it more, like in the comics.
Rocky versus
Yeah, pull
Bullwinkle.
like a Raleigh fingers.
Rocky versus
He's-
Bullwinkle. Rocky Bullwinkle.
Do you think he's gonna pull off that purple suit or probably not?
I don't know.
He needs to keep it.
Okay.
I don't know, man. I
He
don't
needs
know.
to keep it. That's a perfect casting too. Perfect casting.
Yep, most definitely. Yeah, no, most definitely. It's been a very interesting series. I think episode 6 is going to be great. I'm not going to try to go ahead and like preview, rate it, or anything like that and whatnot until I see it. But I'm definitely optimistic. And I think the series has been pretty good. I think it's been, about as good as I thought it would be, I guess. It hasn't really shocked me or surprised me or blown me away.
I wish it was a little bit longer, but yeah, I like it. I mean,
how come this can be 10 episodes?
Yeah, it's 6 episodes, man. I'm used to Netflix 13 episodes deal.
I mean, the first one did drop 2. I'll give him that, but
it's only 5 weeks.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird because like WandaVision I felt was like 1 or 2 episodes too long. And then Loki I felt was like not long enough. So it's like hard to see which shows deserve more time and which deserve less. So
what do you think about Winter Soldier? Do you think that series would have been long enough?
Winter Soldier felt perfectly like long enough. Felt perfect. It didn't like outstay its welcome, and it didn't feel like there was too much we were missing out on.
Right.
Felt like a movie.
Yeah.
Kinda, you know.
I still say Falcon got to be a better fighter, but that's just me, I guess.
Yeah.
I still got to say though, uniform wise, the Captain America uniform was absolutely kick ass in Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
that's probably the best comic accurate costume I've seen.
Like I said, he just
outside of Wanda in WandaVision when she's in the maxed out Scarlet Witch maroon red uniform, the X-Men uniform, I guess.
Like I said, I just think Falcon needs to be a better fighter. That's just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with that formula.
They may make it a little more interesting. They may put some more martial arts in there.
Yeah. He really needs that. If he's going to succeed in that role, he really needs it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I think got the Shang-Chi training or something.
Yeah, because he ain't got the super soldier serum.
I definitely want to see a more darker Winter Soldier, though.
Ooh,
I don't like this even keel, laid back Winter Soldier. I want to see the full blown assassin.
Right.
Unless they do flashbacks, you're not going to see it.
I know.
Yeah, because he's been deprogrammed, so that'd be hard to get him like edgier again. Yeah.
I wish they had waited on the deprogramming a little bit longer, though. But I know they had to do what they got to do. It worked. Still works.
Well, moving on from Hawkeye. Good topic. Good segment. Moving on from thedirect.com, who I'm going to be talking to very shortly. The article, the first one, is Avengers 5, Joe Russo responds to MCU return and Secret Wars rumors. Just to give it a quick skim, Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige have developed a strong track record of discovering hidden gems in the movie industry and turning them into Hollywood stars. From Tom Holland to Hiddleston, the studio has proven its ability to nurture talent, and arguably their biggest discovery became the camera. I guess it was supposed to be behind the camera with the Russo brothers. Coming from a sitcom background on Community, the duo got their first big break with 2014's Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and have since gone on to direct Avengers Endgame and Infinity War. With 2 highly regarded Captain America flicks under their belt, on top of the Infinity Saga's climatic Avengers installment, fans are eager to see what the Russo brothers do next. Since their last stint with Marvel, the directing duo have reunited with Thor actor Chris Hemsworth for Netflix action thriller Extraction, and Spider-Man's Tom Holland for the gritty crime drama Cherry. Now, here to the meat. As Phase 4 moves forward and speculation builds towards the inevitable Avengers 5, many are keen to know if the Russo brothers will be coming back. Something one half of the duo is now addressed. Endgame co-director responds to Avengers 5 rumors. With Phase Zero's Brandon Davis, Joe Russo spoke to Phase Zero's Brandon Davis about his potential MCU return. When asked if he and his brother, Anthony, are ready for potential Secret Wars project, the record-breaking filmmaker confirmed he doesn't know the direction of the MCU's heroes, but it may happen one of these days. He says, one of these days, we'll have to see how this all shakes out. I don't know what they're going to do with all these characters. We love those guys, and I can't say one way or another, but I work with them in a heartbeat. Best working experience of our careers. They're like family to us, and we love this material and we love the fans. So there's really not much else on here that's all that interesting. The Russo brothers' next MCU project. They have some ideas. I don't see them doing anything if it's not Secret Wars. So going off of that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go around the table. What would you rank 1 to 10? The likelihood that we get the Russo brothers back directing in the MCU, starting with you, Andrew.
I think it's very likely. Number 8, 9, maybe 8 probably feels safe. Just because I know they have said we're open to coming back, for the right story or something. And I don't know if it would necessarily be for Secret Wars or maybe some unannounced project down the line. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gunnar, but aren't they attached to? Aren't they supposed to do at least one Star Wars movie, if not a trilogy or something? Or did that change?
That's the rumor. But Kevin Feige's also supposed to be doing, and Taika Waititi are both attached to Star Wars projects. So
yeah, so I don't know how soon that would be, but yeah, there's no way. I think I imagine working together and making amazing Marvel films, they're gonna probably get an itching for that again. So I think it's extremely likely they'll come back. I just don't think it's gonna be for something that's already announced. I doubt it. So something probably down the line they're gonna get bored or I don't know, resting on their laurels, and they'll be back for something else. So for sure, a 8, 9.
8. William, what do you got?
8.
8.
I think they'll be back. They have a proven track record to make successful films. The relationship with Marvel is already there, so I think they come back.
Gunnar.
They'll be back eventually. I mean, it may be not in the next 5 years, but if this ever starts taking a dip, that's Marvel's key in the back pocket, They'll be back. Probably not anytime soon, maybe. Secret Wars is a good possibility, but they seem to be interested, and there's no reason not to have them back.
A little title card, the Russo brothers will return.
Yeah. So 9, I'd say. 9.5.
Going with a 9. Jeff, what do you got?
8.2213.
Super specific.
I love it.
You got that decimal point going.
8.2213 that they'll do it. I don't know if they'll do a Secret Wars or not, but it'd be cool to see them do it. I don't know how they would do Secret Wars.
That would be cool. That'd be cool though. You just got to bring some characters back that you
that brings a lot of Inhumans into the picture, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They still got to introduce Black Bolt and that whole group. So I don't know how they would do it. I guess they could.
Do it again.
Just pull the people from that failed TV show.
They can do anything they want to. They've proven that.
Trash.
I think if they do Secret Wars, I don't think it'll be just like the comic. I think it'll involve instead of that Doctor Doom role, I think it'll be Kang in that role. And I think that's where we'll see Tony Stark again. I think that's where we'll see Captain America again. So it kind of makes sense that would be the project that the Russos come back for. If they're going to go back, heck, I think that's where we're going to see, some of the X-Men, some of the Fox X-Men.
That bring in Storm, that for sure. Bring
Maybe that's where we'll get Ben Affleck's Daredevil again.
You got to bring in Storm, that's for sure. Got to bring in Storm.
That's one thing, honestly, that I was thinking about. Just to get off topic real quick, guys. I was thinking about the other day that it's one of the things that ultimately also sucks about the fact that we lost Chadwick Boseman is the fact that with the whole, Black Panther himself, like the character being kind of like 50-50 right now. We don't know where it's going to go. That kind of takes some energy away from the potential appearance of Storm in the Black Panther universe as Black Panther's girlfriend / wife.
Yep.
I really like what that guy, Lord, Jeff helped me out. He was on podcast with you.
Lord Deathman?
Yeah. I think he was on with us the last time I was on. But I liked what he said about going back to the original Black Panther, and going back and bringing up the original Black Panther.
You're talking about his dad.
Right. And doing that story like that. But I mean, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how he put it, but the way he put it was awesome. It made total sense. But
well, we're going to talk about Black Panther in 2 minutes, but I want to go ahead and just drop in that I'm going to go with the Russos coming back. I'm going to go 1 to 10. I'm going to change the game up and say 3.5 because I'll be honest with you. My thing with it is they've already talked about how exhausting, time-consuming, insane it was to direct Infinity War and Endgame back-to-back and everything and whatnot, what that was like the toll it took on them physically, mentally, medically, health-wise, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I don't think they want to come back and go through that shit again.
But that's why, like Gunnar was saying, that's why you give him a 5-year break.
Mm-hmm. Or just one film, not two.
For just one film, not a back-to-back or anything. Yeah.
But they already flat out said, one of them did, that the only way they come back would be Secret Wars.
There you go. And you can do it.
They're doing Secret Wars.
Maybe
not now. They'll do it eventually.
If they figure out how to do Secret Wars, it will end up being filmed and shot and produced, just like the Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. They'll do it all together. They'll do 2 or 3 movies all together.
Oh, that's not the same as Secret Invasion, right? Because that was the one that was announced, right?
Yeah.
Secret Invasion.
Secret Invasion is the Disney Plus series with Nick Fury.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And I really hope they do a good job on that.
They will.
I'm surprised that it's on Disney Plus. I thought it would be a huge movie, Secret Invasion.
Me too.
Nah, you know what? It could have been, but the fact that Brie Larson has to be a central figure in it, it's a game changer. So.
Oh my gosh.
They gotta limit it. They gotta limit the scope of the event so that Brie is not on screen too much.
Forget Brie Larson. She's terrible, man.
Brie is gonna be slipping roofies into Monica Rambeau's drinks and shit during the recording for Captain Marvel 2, just so that Monica Rambeau doesn't out act her in the film.
She's trash. Don't like her either.
Hey, Brie. That's right. Anyways, so moving on from the direct.com again. Chadwick Boseman would have wanted Black Panther recast, says brother. Here we go, y'all. This is the emotional shit right here. People get heated about this topic. They do. I don't. But, some people do. So some people are very emotional about this subject. And I understand. I do. I understand why. So here we go. Black Panther Wakanda Forever may be continuing the legacy of T'Challa through its current cast of characters, but the passing of Chadwick Boseman has still left a massive hole in the production. Letitia writes Shuri is currently poised to carry on the title. I don't know that as if being official. I don't know where they're coming up with that. Though controversy and internal conflict may have impacted Marvel Studios' plans in that regard. Wright has reportedly refused to get vaccinated, which has led to several delays with filming and possibly caused Marvel to adjust the Black Panther sequel's ending. Another spoiler-filled plot point may provide a new avenue for the Black Panther mantle to continue without Wright, potentially paving the way for T'Challa's impact on the MCU to still be felt. One of the other suggested methods of continuing Black Panther in the MCU was to recast the role of T'Challa, though this option was reportedly never considered internally at Marvel Studios. Now, a relative of Boseman has spoken on what they think the late actor would have wanted. According to the brother, speaking to TMZ, Chadwick Boseman's brother, Derek Boseman, stated that he believes the late actor would want the role of T'Challa to be recast in the Black Panther franchise. Derek claimed that Chadwick believed the role of T'Challa was larger than him and was aware of the character's impact and influence on impressionable fans. Boseman's brother also cited other reasons for recasting the role, such as the fact that T'Challa acts as a positive role model for young Black viewers and their potential, which is taken away from them if the character is not continued in some form. Derek also mentioned the importance of seeing a Black character in a position of authority, with T'Challa's status as a Black king having a major impact on young African-American fans. Derek said that he has seen this firsthand through his nephew, who was inspired by Black Panther to want to become a scientist when he grows older. I was so inspired by Black Panther that I did blackface the next day after I saw it.
You know what? That is actually true though, because like at the school that I work at, there's a large African American population at the school I work at, and a lot of the boys and kids like they do have like Black Panther shirts, Black Panther backpacks, Black Panther lunchboxes. Like he's super influential, so he is right on that.
Dude, can you blame those kids? Can you blame those kids, bro? There's not a single role model of that level in the Black community to look up to beyond him. Who are you gonna look to? LeBron James?
Nope.
What a joke he is.
But hey guys,
Honestly,
I need to
I think if you instead of recasting it, if you make a new character, he plays it the way Boseman played it, you're still gonna have that hero out there for the kids. I mean, it doesn't have to be T'Challa, but if you put someone of a similar stature that gives that character the respect that Boseman did, you know, I don't think you have to recast it.
Gunnar, hold on one second. I'll go right back to you. William, you got to go?
Yeah, I got to roll out, guys. Thank you for having me on. I do appreciate it.
Hey, brother.
It's good seeing you again, bro.
We love you, man.
Thank you, guys.
We'll take as much as we can get from you, bro.
Thank you, guys. I'll holler at y'all later.
All right, man.
See you, man.
Gunnar, back to you, bro.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, like, I 100% agree with everything that the brother said. Because, yeah, I mean, Black Panther is a huge role model for younger kids. But I think if you, instead of recasting it, you put another character in that position, I think it could have that same effect on them. I don't think the fact that his name is T'Challa is what makes him the hero. It's his attitude and the way he acts. You know, I think so. If you do that with another character, I think it could have that same effect.
Okay. Andrew?
No, yeah, I agree with Gunnar. I hadn't thought about it that way, but the whole idea of like these kids need all the youth in general just needs this character to continue to exist in some capacity is a good point. Knowing that his brother said that he would have liked that, like, kind of makes it a little easier. Where like I think it's now much more acceptable. When he died, people didn't want to think about recasting because it seemed too soon and too disrespectful at the time. now that we were a little more than a year and a half out from when it happened. About a year out. I think now it's kind of not in bad taste to talk about that, and then like his brother saying that, I think is kind of like the right pushing, that we kind of need as a fandom to go ahead and go, recast the character. So yeah.
Jeff.
Oh yeah, man. I love what his brother said. But I think you can do. They definitely have to, get the character back going, because there are a lot of kids that look up to that character right now, and it's good for that community. But I mean, I'll tell you, they could do the same thing with Luke Cage. I mean, if they would bring in Luke Cage into a separate thing, I guarantee you that would really put a lot of inspiration into a lot of kids' eyes too.
I think some female nudity would be like some real role model material, in the MCU.
I mean, if you think about it, they've taken a lot of that out of TV. I mean, there are no heroes on TV anymore.
No heroes or no breasts?
Both, really.
Heroic breasts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hero breasts. Exactly.
I'll tell you what. Like anything in life, time tends to affect how you feel about certain things, certain topics, certain decisions, and whatnot. And you end up sometimes maybe with a different opinion on something. Maybe you bend a little bit, maybe you get stronger on it. Like whatever. But with me, my initial reaction to Chadwick Boseman dying was he was a lion of a damn man, a lion of a man, and nobody could ever be a Black Panther as good as he was. Nobody could do it. There's not a single fucking actor out there that can play Black Panther like him. There's nobody. I don't care. I'm telling you right now, it's just reality. I mean, the guy goddamn embodied T'Challa, Black Panther. He embodied it. He encapsulated it to such a personal level to where, like, his visage, his actual face, like, his stature as a human being was a goddamn, like, model of the Black Panther. It became symbiotic almost. And honestly, I'm kind of starting to get a little bit, I'm taking it in, the concept of like, okay, casting the role. I'm willing to hear people out on it. But I refuse to waver. I still think that they shouldn't recast it. I do. Unless it's like M'Baka or something, whatever. You know what I mean? Somebody from the Black Panther cast universe. But not friggin' Shuri. Not Shuri.
What if they recast
Killmonger? Sure. I'd love to see Killmonger as Black Panther. But Shuri would make no damn sense logically as the Black Panther. She wouldn't.
I kind of disagree in that. I think you're going to not only get the African American kids, but now you got the girls involved. I think they could do some good things with Shuri. I think that she's upset a lot of people with her anti-vaxxing stance, and I think that's going to hurt her when it comes to them making that decision. She was a great character. She was a great character, but yeah, I don't think they're going to do it now.
So we got to have a stupid Black Panther just to have girl power.
I'm not the one that makes that decision.
Hey, I'm just playing. At the end of the day, Shuri was the Black Panther in the comics, but that was a different Shuri. Different Shuri. That Shuri was bigger, taller, stronger, more muscular, could fight, was trained in combat, was a leader. Our Shuri in the MCU is not a leader. She's not a king. She's a scientist. She's an inventor. She does not do hand-to-hand combat.
What if the next Black Panther is Storm? What if they introduce her in Wakanda Forever? She takes the mantle.
I don't know how it would work logically, because you have to remember, the Black Panther becomes the king of Wakanda and has to be able to fight those one-on-one duels and shit there on that like waterfall.
I mean, if they were going to give it to Shuri, why not give it to Storm?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if you threw Shuri in there and she had to fight M'Baka or whatever one-on-one physically and shit without powers or whatever, she'd get rocked. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like Storm, they wouldn't let Storm use her mutant powers in a one-on-one fight for like the king of Wakanda and the Black Panther. They wouldn't allow it. It would go against like the rules of like, you know, of their whole thing. You know, that
I'd
would
love
be
to
my
see
take.
M'Baka though as the Black Panther. I thought Winston Duke was great in that movie.
Yeah, I agree. But I do like the idea of Killmonger coming back, either as Black Panther or just as Killmonger. I think he could be really impactful.
You know what? I don't know. Maybe this is outside the box. But what about just if they're going to recast Killmonger or recast Michael B. Jordan as T'Challa? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird.
What do you mean? What do you mean? You're gonna bring the multiverse into it?
No, I mean they replaced Terrence Howard with Don Cheadle.
Yeah, but
I know it's weird.
Yeah,
It's weird. I'm not saying they're going to do that, but that's an idea. If they're going to recast it with anyone,
nah.
The only way I could see the Killmonger angle working is if it was actually like a scroll disguised as Killmonger.
Right.
That would be
cool.
Because that's the only way you can bring back Killmonger that wouldn't feel like cheap. Like, how did he come back from dead? He just did. Like, unless he was like a scroll or something. That,
Vibranium, dude. Vibranium fixes everything, heals everything.
Is there a Marvel equivalent of like the Pit of Lazarus or no? Or Lazarus Pit or no? There isn't, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so yeah, that wouldn't work then. All right.
But either way, Killmonger was a pretty solid villain in Black Panther.
No, yeah, it was terrific.
The movie itself, the idea or the concept of the fact that it got nominated for a freaking Academy Award for Best Picture is delusional. But Killmonger as a villain, Michael B. Jordan in that movie, he was pretty effective, pretty good. Just my take. Anybody have any last thoughts on this article, this topic, anything Chadwick Boseman related, anything Black Panther, whatever?
No, I said my piece.
All right.
I'm good on it.
All right, gentlemen. Let's move on. Let's grind some more. Back to Hawkeye. Hawkeye finale trailer reveals new footage of Kingpin from, again, thedirect.com. Marvel Studios' Hawkeye is building up to an epic finish with the season finale coming on December 22nd, 2021, likely closing out the year with a bang in the MCU streaming sphere. Thanks to its penultimate episode, fully delivering Florence Pugh's Yelena Belova and giving Kingpin fans hope for the future, the hype for the show's finale is skyrocketing. For the past few months, seeing former Netflix star Vincent D'Onofrio offer constant teases about his Kingpin potentially becoming MCU canon, particularly after rumors pointed to this being the case in Hawkeye, this only increased in volume and intensity when the show started streaming, particularly with that fateful moment in episode 3 when Maya Lopez's uncle first appeared on screen. Combine these teases in universe with D'Onofrio's suspicious social media activity, and it seemed inevitable that the Kingpin of crime would find his way into this story. In the final moments of episode 5, those teases turned into full-blown mayhem amongst the fan base, with the train to Fisk Station moving full speed ahead. Marvel Studios' Kingpin is here. Warning, this article contains spoilers for episode 5 of Hawkeye, whatever. Marvel Studios released a 30-second promo for the final episode of Hawkeye. The spot was titled The Boss. Included in the footage was a shot of Vincent D'Onofrio's Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. And that's it with the article. There's nothing interesting with the rest of it. We saw the teaser. We watched the promo. I wanted to take a break with it before we get into the article. So going to you, Gunnar. What are your thoughts on the overall impact of the Kingpin in the MCU? Not just Hawkeye, not just whatever. Overall impact of the MCU.
It's game changing because it legitimizes the Netflix universe. Because the Netflix universe, they mentioned the events of the MCU, but the MCU never admitted the knowledge of these Netflix characters or the Defenders universe, whatever you want to call it. So bringing in Kingpin essentially brings in, Matt Murdock and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist and Power Man and all those. And I'll tell you what, I love the fact that it's going to bring more questions than answers, because if you remember, Mahershala Ali was already in
Cottonmouth.
Yeah, he was Cottonmouth, and Alfred Woodard was also in Luke Cage, and she was in Civil War. But of course, Gemma Chang was in Captain Marvel and in Eternals. Same thing with Michelle Yeoh. She was in Guardians 2. And so, yeah, I mean, it's happened before. But I know I just love that now these characters, I enjoyed the majority of the Netflix stuff. I'm excited that they can be brought in at any time.
Yeah, me too. Jeff.
Oh, exactly what Gunnar was saying, dude. It opens the door up for all those characters to come back in. I hope he sticks. I hope they stick him in and keep him around. I hope it's not just, a flash in the pan, which I don't think it is. I think this opens the door up for everything, because they've already leaked out that Charlie Cox is coming back in. So, they know they're going to have the Daredevil. It just opens up the door up for a lot of things, man. We'll get Elektra in there, a different Elektra, not Jennifer Garner, and maybe they'll introduce, Elektra in something, during some of these other shows. I don't know, but yeah, it
John
definitely opens up
Bernthal
the
was
door.
the perfect Punisher in that.
Yeah, John Bernthal's awesome.
Great.
I've been rewatching that.
Let's be factual on this. Kevin Feige officially announced that Charlie Cox's Daredevil is in the MCU. It is. It's a done
He said
deal.
that when Daredevil appears in the MCU, he will be played by Charlie.
There you go.
So there we go.
There you go. And then if you've seen Spider-Man, you know what's up. That's all I'll say. No spoilers.
Mega doo-doo. I'm sorry.
It's funny every time. I'm sorry.
You like that, Gunnar?
I mean, I've seen it 100 times. It's great.
Yeah. Yeah. She's good. And she still is a better actor than Brie Larson.
Oh.
Anyways, Andrew, as far as the Kingpin goes, how widespread of an impact do you think the Kingpin could have in the MCU?
I like that you use those exact words, widespread impacts. I'm just thinking of how
far can he get? How much could they stretch him out? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, okay, so we know we're getting a for sure Spider-Man another trilogy. I mean, why not just throw them in there together and have a proper Spider-Man, the animated series.
Andrew, I don't mean to cut you off, but good damn point. In the comic books, Kingpin is a major villain, not just for Daredevil, but for Peter Parker.
And Michael Clark Duncan voiced him in the Spider-Man cartoon in the early 2000s. It was great.
But Andrew, go ahead. Keep on going.
Okay.
Keep on going.
I'm gonna make this quick because I gotta go make a call real quick. But I think he's kind of involved with a lot of the New York lower level characters. His impact, again, that pun intended, is felt all around. I'm thinking, well, I don't know much about his comic history, but I'm thinking of animated. We know obviously Daredevil and Spider-Man, but he has ties to so many of the what's the the fictional equivalent to the mafia, like the Magia or whatever, right?
Magia?
Magia, there you go. Like he's like the criminal, like underworld, like main guy. So he can have like street level like heroes. He has like ties everywhere. So definitely, there's as long as D'Onofrio wants to play him, I think they can utilize him in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to be like a big world-ending scenario. Like you can just put him in like he's got his hands involved in like this money laundering scheme, or like he can be in anything. So I'm sorry, that's kind of like a vague answer. I'm just kind of just spitballing here, just thinking like, to me, like the obvious next move would be somehow him having to be involved with Spider-Man, whether it's like, I don't know, does the same thing to like he did at Hell's Kitchen, probably does it to Queens or something. I don't know. So call it there's a word for it where you like purchase property and then you make it more expensive or whatever, or cheap. You guys know the word I'm thinking of. It's where you force people out of the gentrification. There you go. That's the word I was looking for.
Yes.
So who knows? All right. I got to go, guys. Thanks for having me on. Peace.
Andrew, we love you, brother.
See you, Andrew. Be good, bud.
And there was 3.
Hey, you never know on the bleeding edge, man. Before you know it, randomly, people might pop up and be on the show, and we might be 5 again. Give it a minute. Give it a minute. The night is young. So, sticking with this article, next question. What do you think about what Andrew said, Gunnar? Do you think that the obvious logical choice would be to insert Kingpin into the next Spider-Man trilogy in some way?
I mean, would it be great? Yeah, of course. I think Sony is done with the MCU as far as Spider-Man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Amy Pascal said like 2 weeks ago that they're doing another trilogy.
Correct, but she didn't say it has anything to do with the MCU.
Yes. She did say. Hold on. She did say, and he'll be back in the MCU.
Yeah, but she kind of backtracked that because she at first said, yeah, with Tom Holland. And then she backed up and she said, well, I mean, maybe not necessarily with Tom Holland. I mean, I think the future of Spider-Man is going to be Miles Morales anyway. So I don't know how much more Sony wants to give their property to Disney. And I think what's going to happen is I think it's going to tank the product.
Gunny, the Sony Marvel Studios dynamic and relationship is not going anywhere. And the reason why is because Sony is not stupid. They understand the fandom, and they know that if they literally broke off from Marvel Studios and just took Tom Holland and started making Spider-Man films, straight Sony, took Marvel Studios out of the equation, no more Marvel logo in the beginning of the movies, the fans would fucking go crazy.
And they are arrogant enough to think that we made an awesome Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse, which was amazing. We made that without Kevin Feige. We can do it ourselves. That's just the balls they have, and I think it'll fail. It'll turn out to be another amazing Spider-Man.
I still believe that Marvel Studios still has a lot of impact and creative control.
And I really hope you're right. I really do.
I honestly believe it, Gunnar. I do. I think that Sony's not stupid. They know how good Marvel Studios is at what they do. So I think that they do, as much as maybe they don't like it, I think they do let Kevin Feige, his inner circle, parts of their team, I think they do bring them in and let them have an impact.
Honestly, if they're smart, they make a deal with Marvel and they say, look, we will give everything to you. We'll give you Morbius. We'll give you Kraven. We'll give you Peter Parker. We'll give you Miles Morales. We'll give you everything. It's going to be part of the MCU. We request 1 movie a year that you have to make with our characters, and we get 80% of the profits from that 1 movie a year. Any other movie that you bring in, you can have full range to any of our characters. Anytime you put one of our characters in your movie, we get 15% profit.
But
Whatever.
wait a minute.
But
wait
they
a
need
minute.
to hand it to
But wait a
Feige
minute.
and the MCU and
But
let
wait a
them
minute. You're
run off.
talking about Disney buying out Spider-Man back?
No, I'm saying if they want, they should come to an agreement where Sony is not going to make Spider-Man. They're not going to make Marvel movies without the MCU.
Okay.
So like right now, my Morbius and Venom movies, the MCU had nothing to do with that. So I think they need to say, we're giving you our whole toy box. We're giving it to you. Give us one movie a year where we're going to take the majority of the profits. Give us one like they did with Far From Home. If they give them one movie a year, and then you could take it anytime. I think that's something that they could work out. But again, I just think these film studios are so arrogant and so, oh, well, it's not going to happen to me this time. When their track record is not that great a lot of time. Like Fox. I mean, Fox thought that after Days of Future Past that they were just going to kill it thanks to the MCU and thanks to Deadpool. But I mean, I hate to say it, how terrible were the last two X-Men?
No, honestly. No, you're right, Gunnar. Jeff, you want to get in here?
Oh, I'm totally agreeing with what he's saying. Yeah, I mean, I think if Sony was to take over Spider-Man, they're going to ruin it. I mean, that's just my own thought, but I don't think that'll happen.
I think they know that.
I really hope.
I think they know that.
Yeah, I don't think they want to mess with Marvel. As far as, like financially, I don't think they want to even try to.
I mean, we'll see what happens with Morbius. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah, Morbius.
We see Michael Keaton in it. Is he playing the Vulture? And then we see the Morbius mention Venom. So what the heck is going? I'm seeing that movie just because I'm confused. Like,
Morbius is going to be in the MCU. He is.
I hope so. Yeah, that'll be cool. Then again, why would he mention Venom though?
He's going to be in the MCU. They're going to want him for the Midnight Suns when they put that together with Ghost Rider.
Yeah, because they're going to have him now that they've got Blade in there. I mean, then all the supernatural stuff that they're introducing. I don't know. I didn't realize that Morbius comes out as soon as it does. I had no idea. I thought it'd come out like in the spring.
Yeah, no, it's coming out what, February? Even January. January 22nd.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, January.
I've got a bad feeling about Morbius. I got to be honest with you. I do.
I'm not a big Jared Leto fan, but that's just me.
I'm telling you, from my take on the trailers for Morbius, I honestly don't think it's going to be that great. I don't think it's going to.
He's a good actor,
I don't think it's going to be a high level film.
No, I don't either. But I don't know, Jeff. But it may flat open up and kick ass.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
I would have said that about Twilight, man. You know what I'm saying? And I would have been just completely wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. If they wanted me to be in Twilight, I would kill myself first. That's how
I would have never thought that it would have done as well as it did.
Yeah. Either way, I don't know. I've never watched Twilight. I've never watched a Twilight movie, and I can tell you right now, I could be offered a foursome tomorrow night with 3 chicks, and I still will not watch a Twilight movie to do that. I won't do it. I'm telling you, it's not happening.
I don't know. It depends on the chicks.
No. Unless it was Brie Larson. Then maybe. Maybe. If she had her Captain Marvel butch haircut. Because I was feeling that. I like that. But anyways, so moving on from article to article. As the computer downloads, it's slow. Or I'm slow. Could be both. This is going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and real quick, just cut this off real quick and go ahead and finish this this segment off, this video off. But we've been going for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody and call this off so we can jump on to our next segment, which is going to be a massive, awesome, freaking banging one, and have that be like an isolated individual event so we can package it like that. So anyways, to the fandom, this is the MCU's Bleeding Edge with Jeff, B, Gunnar, and TrueKnowledge in the house. Peace out. We'll see you soon.